Ciao.
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 What Italian have you learned since getting here?
I've learned a few things, a few words. Prosciutto.
Guanciale.
Mozzarella.
Aurora.
Aperol spritza.
Stephanie Germanotta.
Barrio Cantone.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Hey you guys.
Hey guys.
If we're sweating more than we usually are, it's actually somehow shockingly not because we ate a large bowl of pasta before we shot.
No, it's the Roman sun. It also could be the amount of caffeine that we are drinking and the lack of water.
I would argue it's because we fully just rearranged the entirety of the room we're staying in.
Yep.
And let's just get right into it.
What are you going to say?
This is
Good Children.
Good Children is the podcast where me and Andrew discuss our joint childhood in the late 2000s, early 2010s, and all of the nostalgia, trauma, and plates of prosciutto that come with it. We're in Rome.
We're in Rome. And the only reason that we actually are in Rome was for today.
For tonight.
The Lord concert, which we could have seen at Madison Square Garden 20 minutes away.
Right. But no, we said, get us to Rome. I want to sweat. I want to eat pasta.
I want to
drink wine.
I want to drain my savings.
My savings are gone.
I don't have money.
I will say my auto, I have an auto, like, 1,500 every 2 weeks that comes out of my checking into savings. Not a flex because almost every single week I get an email that says, like, please add money so we can withdraw for your savings.
Oh my gosh.
Instead of, like, turning this off, I've let it roll now for 3 years. So every 2 weeks I'm reminded every day via email that I don't have $1,500 in checking.
Ooh, sugar daddy.
But this week, it came out.
This week it came out.
It's because, like, the food here is so cheap.
It's really cheap. And honestly, we're justifying everything because when we see €5 for an Aperol Spritz, we're like, I'll take a picture.
Quattro per
favore.
So we're in our hotel room right now in the Hotel Quirinale. See?
You said Quirinale. That's a different take.
Quirinale City.
Yeah. Hotel Quirinale.
And
we thought we were staying at the Lizzie McGuire Hotel.
I'll take the blame.
Okay, thank you.
Because it definitely is my fault.
I mean, it's a joint effort here. You definitely sent me the link, and I could have researched.
But you didn't research, but that's because I said this is it. So, an oomphy of mine on Instagram was staying in this hotel and posted the manual elevator and was like, we're literally in the Lizzie McGuire Hotel. I see that, I am like, wait, we're staying in the Lizzie McGuire Hotel when we go see Lord in Rome. So obviously I send Andrew the link. I think within minutes the hotel's booked.
Yeah.
We walk into this hotel lobby.
I immediately was like, wait, it looks exactly the same as the movie.
You said nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
I was singing Hey Now,
This
obviously
is what
dreams are made of. I was like, where is that little pulley elevator?
And we found it. But something looked different. We got into the room.
I think that's when it all hit me. Like, when we got into this room, because if you do remember the movie correctly, like, they're staying in a stunning suite. And obviously, like, I wasn't booking the stunning suite. Right. I knew what I was getting myself into, 2 twin beds. You know what I mean?
2 twin beds directly next to each other. And I think the research was done, and the answer was that this is not the Lizzie McGuire Hotel.
And, like, there were definitely, like, a plethora of options. And, like, we could have stayed at any hotel, any Airbnb, but obviously if I'm coming to Rome, like...
We wanted the Lizzie McGuire
I wanted something to talk about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Something to brag about.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not kidding. I told every single person I personally knew, I'm staying at the Lizzie McGuire Hotel. I'm gonna be Lizzie, where's my Paolo?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nevertheless,
we persisted.
And we ended up here at the Quirinale. The Quirinale?
The Quirinale.
I mean, it actually does make me physically ill to imagine my life back home and then imagine, like, what life you could live here.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, I mean, like, definitely there's a few reasons we're sick to our stomach. I will say that. We started our next breakfast with a salami pizza. And then we also had a chocolate croissant, apricot croissant, and a shot of espresso. An hour later, we had another double shot of espresso. And then about 30 minutes after that, I had a meat lasagna. You had some sort of bacon pasta. We had these, like, puff pizza balls, would you say? Like a zeppelin with salt.
Right.
And that, we cleared those, about 25 of them. A tortelloni with ricotta and mozzarella in an eggplant sauce. And then we had a sirloin steak with spring onions and a full bottle of red wine. And now we're getting some espresso.
And we're gonna go out.
And we're gonna go out. And then there's gonna be biscotti, and there's gonna be maybe some, like, lemon sorbet. It's 10:30 p.m. and we're walking along, and people are dancing in the streets.
They're singing with their friends.
There are so many people singing
What's
here.
What's that about?
It's 10:30. I'm tucked.
Yeah.
I'm tucked.
You're tucking.
Period.
Yeah.
Just tucking. Always tucking. In my bed.
Yeah.
They're here. The kids are out. One thing I didn't take, though, like, from, like, being my Italian ancestors, I guess, was, like, how to process the dairy, because it's 10:30 a.m. and people are licking a
sucking down their gelato.
Sucking it down.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like,
how?
What? I could barely have the croissant.
Right.
I mean, like, I've been taking advantage
I'm
of
a little
the
confused.
breakfast
You definitely
buffet. How many sandwiches did I have this morning?
I would say that Andrew had 3 sandwiches at breakfast this morning, and that wasn't the only thing he ate for breakfast. And that's not me shaming you. It's actually genuinely impressive to me that, like, that's what the human body is capable of.
Yeah, it's like eggs, bacon. There was, like, a hot dog. I had 3 sandwiches. I had
love
a pastry.
that. They're like, Americans stay here. Let's chop up some hot dogs and put them out for breakfast. And I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, I'm like, why is it so juicy?
If there's one thing we definitely know well, it is Italian American culture.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm at a crossroads. When I'm here, I'm at a crossroads with my culture. Because, like, in the States, I'm like, yeah, I'm Italian.
Right.
I get here and they're like, you're literally not Italian.
No. And they're right.
And they couldn't be more right.
What is Italian to us as Americans? Prosciutto.
Manigot.
Mozzarella.
Marinara.
Antipasto.
Fried galamà.
I could use some galamà.
I could use some galamà for sure.
But all of that, to me, what's happening?
Going on? I don't know, like, where the disconnect was and, like, who decided to drop the vowels.
Right, see.
Because, like, let's reclaim the vowel and start adding it.
Calamari,
prosciutto.
If you catch me in the next 2 months at any Italian restaurant, you're gonna fucking hate me.
Yeah.
Because it's Giada de Laurentiis
Yes.
for me. Would you say that binge eating was introduced to you by way of Italian holidays?
100%.
Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve was like...
It's actually insane what we're doing.
Yeah, they were like, you better not eat anything until it starts.
And I have Taco Bell every year. Yeah. That's the sickness.
I'm sorry.
In the morning. Not for me and Amanda, me and my sister, every year, and I will do it again this year, get Taco Bell on Christmas Eve morning. My mom, I wake up to the smell of, obviously, like, garlic and oil and, like, fish being fried and, like, sauce being sauced and all of that.
Yep.
I say, let's get a Crunchwrap Supreme.
So, like, I don't necessarily know if that, like, has anything to do with, like, the Italian
No, that's
like,
the Hungarian
that's
side.
some sort of mental illness.
That's the Hungarian side.
That's the Hungarian side, and you try to get a Crunchwrap Supreme in the morning.
Then you're hit with the 7 fishes.
Oh, I'm not hit with... Before you're getting hit with the 7 fishes, you're getting...
Antipasto.
Oh, salami, pepperoni, prosciutto, capricola, the whole thing.
Oh.
All of the meats.
Is capricola gabagool?
I think it's gabagool.
What's that about?
Wait, yeah.
Who invented gabagool?
Gabagool. But yeah, we're eating incessantly, and then it's like, all right, pasta course.
And don't forget that with the antipasto, you're also getting at least a loaf of bread.
But like by loaf, it's like I'm going for a few slices.
Oh, I'm saying I'm eating the loaf. I'm not saying the loaf is for the group. Yeah. I'm personally eating a loaf of bread.
I think that, like, I can't digest oil well.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of my major things, I think, is like fried foods and specifically oils.
Okay.
So like when I'm soaking my bread in oil, like I'm sopping it, obviously.
I'm so sorry.
Obviously. And then I'm shoving it down my throat.
Right.
It's not boding well for the rest of the night.
You want to know one of the most Italian experiences that a person could have in America?
Please.
Bertucci's.
Bertucci's bread is molto bene.
As a child, going into a Bertucci's and getting their
raw
dough to play with, did you ever take a bite?
Of course I took a bite of that raw dough. How could you not?
Didn't you go to Bertucci's with my family without me during my prom?
I did during your prom because you went off to prom and then it was me, Joe's
senior
sister
prom,
and
because
his
junior
parents.
prom you came to my prom.
Yeah.
But senior prom, you and my entire family went to Bertucci's.
Yeah, and we shared bread and we had the meal and it was really nice.
I'm sure it was. It was probably more enjoyable that I wasn't there.
Yeah, it was we were Joe's not here, so there's no complaining.
I just complained to talk.
Yeah.
And it's I'm not necessarily looking for a solution.
No.
To my complaint. I just like to complain.
I think that when you do speak and there is a complaint, I get that. I also am all right, this sheet is really thin. And it's not even in that sense a complaint as me pointing it out.
Yeah.
I think for
it's observational humor.
I think for you, what I've recognized and done a really good job of lately is recognizing face. Recognizing body language.
Yeah, see.
Because I'm oh, Joe's pissed. Or, oh, Joe's really dehydrated.
Yeah. Going to the Vatican was the worst experience of my entire life. And I'm so sorry to God. And I'm even more sorry to Michelangelo because he did great work. But are you fucking kidding me with that place?
I didn't know that you could bring water into the Vatican. So obviously I'm starting my day with a little shot of water. Right. And then it's a 2.5 hour tour of the Vatican. I mean, there were some gay statues.
Everything here is so gay and so body dysmorphic.
I can't get into the body dysmorphia. Looking at those statues, for me, I was okay, so body dysmorphia obviously dates back thousands and thousands of years.
We saw the David, and immediately
I was feeling my legs.
I was I'm going to sign up for F45. I have to come back. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it.
Please.
It's a small cock summer. Let's talk about it. You don't like when I talk about cock on this pod.
No, it's just I think that this is could be a family pod.
I think that no one is thinking that.
I think that everybody should listen.
You're such a prude in this way, but the camera turns off and suddenly you're throwing ass.
I am dropping it low.
And then I'm the one who's it's just like Zach and Cody and Dylan and Cole. Because they played opposites.
You're right. It's honestly it is the politician in me still.
What are you afraid of getting canceled for saying that small cock is in this summer? Small cock is in this summer.
Guess it's my summer.
I learned anything from the Vatican. All you need is simply extreme muscle mass and 1 inch of uncut dick.
Yep, and the largest foot you've ever seen. David's feet were so large that I actually couldn't look anywhere else. Did you know that Michelangelo was gay? I was never taught that in school. David's dick was sculpted after Michelangelo's boyfriend. His
boy toy.
Which I think is also really interesting because David was, again, 14 years old.
We are talking about dysmorphia. Yeah, so I think that the other lesson I've learned from Italy is I need to hit the gym. I want to be delicate with this subject because I want to look like these statues.
Joe's taken multiple pictures of the statues, and I know, those are your body image goals.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. But listen, I don't think that some of those statues are that ripped.
No. I would say some of them are definitely. Yeah.
I have loose skin, so I have to work around that.
Yeah, we both have a loose skin.
I'm working with that. I'm never going to have a six-pack. I'm never going to have a V-cut. I simply want to just, So
you want thickness.
I want to be... Yeah, but,
Because, all of these statues... All of these statues are giving thick.
They're thick.
It's it's not even the fact that they're ripped. It's they're just giving girth.
They're built for battle.
That's what they're built for battle.
But I just feel like my limbs are too long and lean.
No, I don't think that your limbs are too long and lean. I think that we're gonna you just need to eat. I will say, first of all, we did go to a wine tour, a little wine Tuscan experience.
That changed my life.
And we made these truffle ricotta
Oh my god, you being the little bitch you are at that fucking event.
What do you mean?
We were supposed to make 12 to 14 ravioli.
Joe's lying. We were supposed to make 14 to 16 ravioli. Joe made maybe 10.
I made 12. Now you're lying.
No, you made under...
I made 12.
You made 12.
I made 12.
I made 22.
And...
Because they were like, get it as thin as you can.
The worst part is Andrew wouldn't give me 2 of his.
No, I would give you 2 of mine, but you didn't like the form that they were in. So, like, that's on you. I made 22, and the actual instructor, Chef Alex, was like, Andrew, this is amazing. And I'm like...
We are resting our microphones on toilet paper rolls. And I haven't mentioned that, and I feel like that's all I need to say.
And going off of toilet paper rolls, I do want to speak on
bidets. Please, go for it.
I think that bidets are some of the most incredible creations that's ever laid.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's espresso for you. Has ever... I mean, it's acid.
I feel fine.
Because you don't have acid reflux.
Yes, I do. This is gaslighting. This is medical gaslighting because I do have acid reflux and you know that. And okay, you know that.
Okay, but like, I don't need to get into my childhood right now. But anyways, bidets are God's creation and God's gift to this earth. The bidets here.
I don't know what to say. Am I doing it right?
I don't think we're doing it right because, like, listen.
Should I be touching my whole as much as I am on a bidet?
I don't know. So this is the thing. We have a tushy. And I think that if anybody is listening here and you don't have a bidet...
If is listening...
Yeah. Again, like, wiping your ass isn't humiliating. Like, it's like, I guess it's a thing that we all have to do, but we don't have to do it. Like, it's just like, I don't know why, like, everybody is subjecting themselves to, like, actually, like, wiping their ass. Because, like, you can just, like, turn on your tushy, and you also can turn it on, like, to the warm setting, and you can just let it go, 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 go. You do give it one little wipe, you throw it in that toilet, you flush, and you're like, what's up, you guys?
And then you enter a place that doesn't have a bidet, and it's like...
I got a wipe today. It literally sucks. But when you're here...
It's different.
I don't know if, like, that's the normal bidet.
I don't know. I mean, we've had 2 for 2 on those bidets.
Yeah. And it's just like
it's like a fountain.
It's like a faucet.
Yeah. And I'm looking for, I guess, perhaps the American bidet, which is Italian pop stars. Paolo. Ashley Frangipani.
Ashley Frangipani.
I just want to say, I think it's really interesting that Lady Gaga, Halsey, and Ariana Grande are all Italian women in STEAM.
In STEAM.
Kind of. Ashley Frangipani, Ariana Butera, Stephanie Germanotta.
What is interesting for me is, like, why are they...
change?
Yes.
Yeah. Why are none of them going by their Italian
And it kind of makes me be like...
Do you have to change your name?
Yeah. But, like, the thing is, it's like, I'm going to keep my last name, and I'm going to rock. Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to stick with Muscarella. And again, in English, that means little fly. Little gnat. But my first name means manly, so. That was really homophobic.
Yeah. It's also Pride right now here.
It is Pride here.
I think something that's amazing is that whether we are in America or we are in Italy, we are sitting by ourselves at a gay bar having almost a shared, like, not panic attack, but like wave of anxiety.
Yeah. Hey guys, so I have pink eye for sure. It's not diagnosed, but I have it. You can't see it right now. It's itchy as hell, but like, he's trying to sleep on this pillow with me, you know what I mean? I mean, I will say the reason that we didn't go out in Roma that first night was because there was a few people online.
Found out about the place via Grindr message.
Yeah, Joe got hit up, and I kind of was like refreshing my Grindr nonstop just to see if like I also got the message, and I didn't. But we still went. On the way there, the dialogue is, "I'd rather be dead than go right now." No, you know, this was you. Joe was like, listen, if you don't want to go right now, we don't have to go. And I was like, no, like, I don't really, like, need to go. But, like, there was something in me being like, we should go. Right. So I was like, okay, we're just going to go. We're waiting online. Everyone is American. And I was like, this is not my intention. Like, I'm trying to find Paolo. Like, I'm trying to find an Italian man. I'm not trying to leave. And then there was just, like, this man that was, like, sitting on the rail and, like, yeah. Like,
he looked like, you know those, like, those toys that are pills that you put in the water and they grow.
Yes.
He looked like if Andrew was that.
He actually was giving me...
Like, if Andrew soaked in water a cup for 2 days and expanded...
If I gained 100 pounds...
Of muscle.
Of muscle. One guy turns to him and he's like, how much do you weigh? And he was like...
310 pounds.
And then I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sick to my stomach. Like, I can't even believe that question was 1, asked, 2, that he responded, and 3, I have to go.
And we immediately
got offline.
We went back. We left.
Eyebrows.
Oh, eyebrows. Yeah, so like a Long Island specifically. I think Long Island, New Jersey, that hub of just like Italian American, like just absolutely like the pits of it. Like, and I mean that with absolute love because it's where
it's home. It's family.
It is home. It is an Olive Garden for us. You're getting a tour of Italy, but that tour is going to be tanning salon. As you said, brows getting threaded or waxed.
A fresh fade.
A fresh fade. It is really Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Like, nothing has depicted, and I do think that Jersey Shore, like, shaped it a little bit. Like, I don't necessarily think everyone was acting that way.
No.
Until Jersey Shore came out, and Snooki made it, like, in vogue.
I would, like, yeah, Snooki and Pauly D and all this. Because, like, even the way that we
You know, I, like, wasn't on to watch that show? Like, my mom was like, no, you can't watch that.
Why?
I think it was, like, because it was, like, disrespectful.
Yeah, and I think that, like, since, like, we've done a good job, like, I think it was my sales voice that I really turned off my accent.
I want to bring it back. So
and
Hi, I was just cleaning. Girl, you don't need to clean this house, I'm telling you. It's spotless. You know how to make a woman blush.
I think at my last job, it got a little bit more homogenous. I got a little bit more, like, completely evaded it. And lately I'm trying with intentionality to bring it back. Like, I just want to say sauce.
Sauce, meatballs.
I just want to say dog.
Dog.
I
devil
just want to say
walk.
walk.
Water.
Water. That one to me, I'm sorry, water is a speech impediment. Like, that one's...
No, listen, you're adding an R.
W-O-R-D-U-R, water. Want some water?
I say water.
Water. Warder is how everyone says it.
I think that, like, a lot of Long Islanders, at least, like, I'm just speaking on, like, my father, like, will add an R at the end of, like, a vowel. Soder.
Every single Italian girl's middle name.
Oh, Marie. Or Rose. And again, there's no judgment to any Maries or Roses out there. Like, if that's your middle name, like, you are amazing and you are Italian.
You actively straighten your hair for a good night out.
A really good night out.
Your skin tone.
Potentially, like, you're in a sepia filter.
Yeah, like, we could be bordering on something that is offensive with that. Your teeth couldn't be whiter.
And, like, honestly, good for them. Can you...
You need Tums?
Yeah, like, I'm not even kidding. Like,
I'll take one. Thank you. I DM'd Tums.
You Vanessa Hudgens did?
I Vanessa Hudgens Tums. I said stunning. But they didn't respond. I was like, hey, I have this podcast. It's doing pretty well. We have Tums. We bring up Tums at least every episode. And at this point, it is on camera.
Yeah.
And they didn't respond.
They didn't respond yet.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be...
But Tums,
I just had 2. Like, I actually have a Tums every single day. I went to a gastroenterologist, and he was like, you can't digest your food, and, like, we're going to have to put you on pills. And, like, I was taking these pills. Like, I was taking a vegetarian digestive aid. Like, I was taking acidophilus. I was taking, like, vitamin D. I was taking just, like, a bunch of these things. And, like, I felt okay.
Okay.
But, like, it wasn't sustainable.
Yeah, no.
At 15.
I've never felt healthier than walking through Italy, drinking a regular Coke and smoking a cigarette. What is that about?
I don't know, like, what that's about, but, like, I will say that in the American culture, like, if you were to drink a normal Coke, like, I think that most people would be like, I'll take a always Diet Coke.
What the fuck is wrong with everyone? Why are we depriving ourselves from actual joy?
That's what it... Not here. Everyone is sipping Coke non-stop. It's lunch. It's dinner. It's breakfast.
I had one at 10:30 this morning.
Yeah, people are drinking Coke. And they're also getting the pasta. And I will also say that they're getting a creamy pasta. And
daily.
Like, no one's complaining. And the amount of bread, that I have, like, isn't normal.
No.
But, like, it is normal.
Someone commented on our LGBT allies love bread TikTok and was like, an ally would not love bread because, like, we, meaning the gays, like, stay away from carbs. Shut the fuck up. Like, actually, shut the fuck up.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It is evil.
It's deprivation.
Yes.
Like, why are you doing that to yourself?
Yes.
Like, you can have everything in moderation. You don't need to be having a pound of pasta. I will.
But I'm happier.
I'm
Again,
happier.
I'm not working and I'm not like fucking doing the daily grind, but the people are kinder, the food is better.
Yep.
The lifestyle is just more suited to living and not working.
Yep.
Like, why are we spending our days the way we're spending them? I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna respond to your email. I'm not gonna open up Slack. Time is up.
Time is up.
We are on this planet for such a short period of time.
Yep.
If I'm lucky enough to find a way to live a life that does not require to be constantly plugged in for an office, for a job,
Yep.
for some imaginary emergency, I'm going to grab
like-
onto that with my life. The amount
Yeah.
of people that I know, like including myself, that I have watched like hustle and grind for a
Yep.
job that will never love you back. Living in the full corporate lifestyle was actually killing me. It's been 6 weeks for us, and this has been constant success. It has been like so fulfilling. And yeah, we're still working jobs.
Yeah.
We're lucky that we have time to do both.
Yeah.
We're lucky that we're sitting in Rome talking
Yeah.
about this. But even
Yeah.
just spending some of my free time editing this, I have been
Yeah.
happier. Like,
Yeah.
speaking firsthand,
Yeah.
like I need money,
I have no money.
but I'm happy.
That's why I quit my full-time job. I mean, I do have a full-time job now, but it's much less corporate.
And if you're happy at your full-time job, never quit.
Never quit.
Stay there forever.
But also
Oh,
value your life before you value that work. I will say that, like, I love drinking wine. Where are you going? Call Me By Your Name. You can be in actually any country. And it's Call Me By Your Name.
As long as there is a tree, it's giving Call Me By Your Name.
It's giving Call Me By Your Name.
But it's true.
It actually is. Every
I know,
single
like-
place I've been to.
Call Me By Your Name convinced me that I am an 18-year-old Italian twink who's going to experience the most gut-wrenching love of my life with a cannibal.
Yes.
Like, 100%.
When I was at the Coliseum, obviously there was a lot of history that
Right.
went down there for sure, but there's also a lot of historical moments that they didn't speak about, which is Lizzie's performance. And that's all that...
Hey now.
Hey now, that's all I could think about the entire time. She was singing at the Roman Coliseum.
She fully, they rearranged the Coliseum where they put seats in.
Yeah. I mean, like, that green screen, was it 20 years ago? For sure. The green screen was horrific.
moment.
Yeah. She's like... And I'm like, yeah, you're at the Coliseum.
Lizzie
the gladiators
McGuire-
wish.
Like, at the end of the day, if Lizzie McGuire was a real person, if Isabella was a real person, and if Isabella did that reveal on stage, the girls would be gagging.
The girls would.
And the girls were gagged.
Yeah, I was gagged.
If Isabella was on Drag Race, she'd win with that one.
Yes.
That, between that and the inflatable igloo dress,
Oh my god.
for me, I was like, I'm gay and I'm into fashion.
Yep.
Paolo was, like, definitely considerably older than 13-year-old Lizzie.
Yeah.
Lizzie McGuire and Call Me By Your Name, arguably the exact same plot.
And Luca.
And Luca.
Yeah.
See.
But I mean, she was 13 years old and he was 30.
Yeah, like-
and she was in the back of his Vespa. And I'm just confused as to why, like, it wasn't like the Cabanieri wasn't called. Like, the police.
Why was Principal Ungermeyer so intense, but then, like, lost track of a 13-year-old child?
Yeah, that wouldn't fly.
And, like, she should have lost her job.
They
by
were
the
like,
end of
oh,
that movie.
Lizzie's sick.
Do you think that most people who travel to Italy are simply traveling here because of the Lizzie McGuire movie?
100%.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and they're taking pics in front of the Trevi Fountain.
Because of the
Taking pics
Lizzie
in the
McGuire
Coliseum
movie.
Because of Lizzie McGuire.
movie. Like, Tourism Board of Rome should be thanking Hillary Duff.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if we took 2 steps outside and asked anyone here, like, how would you find out about this place?
How do you know about Rome?
They would say, oh,
Lizzie
Lizzie McGuire.
A lot of history here, but
The most important history.
Lizzie McGuire, write it into the books.
Write it into the books. You're so right.
And, like, kind of with that, Joe, I'm starving. And, like, that's not even a way to, like, put it lightly.
No, I've never felt this hunger.
No.
And we haven't really eaten today. We had you had your
I had food
sandwiches.
sandwiches. And the thing is about their breakfast here, it's like European breakfast. Like, they're not eating eggs.
No,
They're saying fuck
I'm
eggs.
actually just gonna start eating. So we forgot to buy snacks, but thankfully we had some in the room.
And this is kind of giving me like bull's testicle, like bull's dick.
Yeah,
like a dog.
Like bull's dick, I guess.
Because like when you have like if you have a dog, like they're like chewing on us.
It's honestly like, it's not bad, and that first initial bite did transport me right back to at Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm. I think the first bite for me, like the way that the saliva was spewing out of this mouth, like thanking me for putting this in my body. You're wrapping meats around it. You're wrapping cheeses around it. You have the fresh mutts. Like it's everything for me.
I will say, not being a vegetarian has changed my life, and like I'm really like running the campaign against vegetarianism, which I know is not ethically sound, but I was vegetarian for 5 years. Eating meat has, again, nothing has made me happier than eating a cured meat.
I'm gonna go in for the chocolate.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing about European chocolate. It is exponentially better than American chocolate in a crazy way, but you need to enter every situation not comparing it to other things, because comparison is the thief of joy. And when you are comparing European chocolate to Hershey's chocolate, you're gonna be upset.
You're so right.
You're gonna be upset. It's sweet.
So
it's a sweet chocolate, but it's good. You know what I mean?
This is also really sweet.
This is also really sweet, but in a different way.
It tastes like Hershey's to me.
I actually the joy left my body.
Thank you guys so much once again for tuning in to Good Children. You can rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Apple Podcasts, I want to see essays. I want to see DBQ responses.
DBQ.
Like,
and honestly, like, regardless of, like, your age, like, I did see a comment.
Someone has a crush on Andrew.
A 50-year-old woman, and, like...
And isn't that always the case?
It is always the case. Like, I
Crazy.
do love a 50-year-old woman.
It is always your key demo. Subscribe on YouTube. Press the bell button. Make sure it says all notifications so you can see every episode. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Good Children Pod on TikTok. I'm at Be Quiet Joe.
I'm at Andrew_MUSKY.
On Instagram, we're at Good Children Pod again. I'm at Joe Hedges, HEGYES.
I'm at Andrew Muscarella, MUSCARELLA.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
I'm gonna go eat a sandwich. Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. I've got somewhere I belong. I've got somebody to love. This is what dreams are made of. Hey, 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 hey.